Hello YouTube, it's Shaz here. I'm just showcasing another mod that I'm working on right now. So this is obviously the Mega XL Big Rig, and what I've done so far is open it up and gone ahead and sawn off the stock barrel connection here. It's normally attached here, it's all glued together. So I've sawn that off, and I've gone ahead and removed the factory air restrictor. It's a massive assembly, and I've designed this nice little dead space remover, slash it now allows you to adapt it to 1/2 inch PVC. So I'm going to try and do an RSCB or even just a single barrel off this or whatnot. So right now it's just friction fit in. This probably should be glued up just to seal this off. I did use a hobby knife just to carve it out a little bit to fit, but I didn't do the cleanest job obviously. So right now I'm not sure if it's functional yet, but it should be after some tests. Thank you again to Horace Rogue for the idea of this and just getting me the blaster and inspiring me to do this. Such a cool guy. I highly recommend you guys go and give him some love. So right now I've also noticed that this entire assembly, this is really interesting, is when it is fully primed back, the spring is not at full compression. There's still quite a bit of space here, so I haven't got into this assembly yet. It seems to be glued maybe on the underside, but might have to do some work. I have also gone ahead and replaced this O-ring with an oversized O-ring. I think it's out of a rival blaster. I want to say maybe an Artemis or something like that. So, but yeah, as you can see, it's got lots of potential, lots more spring volume. So, the one issue I am running into right now is, since I've now gone ahead and removed this front piece and I haven't put it back in yet, the plunger tube is kind of just free floating right now. So I need to find a way to secure the plunger tube still. This is just gotta slide forward. Because, yeah, when I go to fire this thing and stuff, obviously you should never dry fire blasters, but we're okay here. The plunger tube is going to fly around and move around, so we'll find a way to secure that. But otherwise, this will sit in here. You'll have your PVC coupler that kind of comes off here, and you'll have your barrel that either comes up here or an RSCB that's going to have to stick quite high up because of this slide here. But, yeah, that's where we're at so far. If this is a success and it goes all good, I will release the files for this piece here. And I'll also include some photos on how you got to how to remove the air restrictor and what it looks like and stuff, and how to put this plug in. Your tolerances on your printer may vary, so because as you can see, there's a secondary plastic ring that this piece has to basically slot over, and then it has to slot in between the shells. And again, that just fills up a bunch of the dead space and stuff. So as you can see, that's the shot through the plunger tube. So yeah. Alright, another quick update on this guy. So what I've gone ahead and done is 3D printed myself a little spacer for my 1/2 inch PVC, and then this internal barrel part where I cut it here. And this then allows me to slot it in, and that will help keep the plunger tube from moving around or anything like that. It'll have a front clamp and it'll look nice and clean in the front once we're all done here. Alrighty, here's the finished product. So, the Big Rig's got an RSCB now with the Captain Slug Y cap, and a 7-inch brass barrel with my own little 3D printed design to allow you to put on a worker's car. Let's get some FPS numbers for this bad boy. First, give it a tip down, prime back. First shot, 137, 125, 121, 134, 133, 124, 122, 124, 128, 126, 127, 111, and we are out. That is it. Quick update here. Good news and bad news. Obviously, bad news, we got broken gear teeth. So, yeah, that's not good. But the blaster still primes and catches and fires just fine. So, yeah, that's weird. Yeah, it's maybe a little bit notchy if you're going really slow at the halfway point. But otherwise, if you're just normal with it, you don't notice it at all. So, that's probably due to taking the air restrictor out here and then adding that spring spacer as well too. That probably added a little bit extra tension back here on the gear section and whatnot. So yeah, fair warning, if you try and follow this guide I'm putting out, you may end up totally breaking your blaster. Mine still works. It hasn't totally broke yet, but I'll keep you updated if it does. Well, big RSCB is locked up now. And I think I heard more gear pieces falling out, so... Yep, we're gonna have to tear it down and see what happened, but I think this may be the end of this poor blaster. Alright, we are back with the big RSCB. I've gone ahead and pulled all the screws out and removed the other side of the shell here. So let's see what the damage is. First, let's go ahead and remove the plunger tube here. And I can already see a little bit of plastic here. Yeah, okay, well that's, yeah, we'll just set the RSCB barrel thingy to the side. And right away, okay, yeah, so we've got 2 more pieces of plastic. Oh, and another little piece there. So, as you can see, more that adds to the pile here. So I already have an idea of what is going on with this blaster. As you can see, there's a bunch of gear pieces. Lovely. So the gears might actually be fully shot this time. So, as I said, mod at your own risk. Now, whether that's due to this spring spacer here that I have, or that it's due to it having no air restrictor and it just having so much force when it slams in there. It is a padded plunger head, but I mean, I'm not sure. This blaster just doesn't seem to mod out very well, unfortunately. At least in terms of those mods. And it's interesting though, I've seen people do a even a double K26 mod, 2 K26s interlaced between each other. I've seen Captain Xavier do a full entire 11 inches of K26 in these things. I don't know how those are setting up today. I don't know if they were fired a bunch, but it is very interesting that mine here has decided to break gears twice in a row on me now. So it looks like the only way, in my instance, to be able to keep these gears would be to have someone somehow design a set of metal gears for it, like the rough cuts, or how the Apollo came with metal gears at one point, which is really nice. Because unfortunately, I think we're going to have to do a conversion mod on this thing. We're going to have to probably convert it, lock the slide in the forward position here so it doesn't move, and then just do some sort of direct prime coming out of this box here, out the rear, and just pull the spring back with a T-pull or something. I'm not really sure. I don't really have much else for choices. Okay, so here's your mechanism here, totally isolated. And yeah, my gears are, as you can see, nicely locked up. Spring is still compresses. As you can see, that's full compression on this thing. Even with the spring spacer, it's still not at full compression on the spring, which is very fascinating. So there we go. All right, let's open up this plastic case and see how many broken teeth we got here. So I'm just gonna have to get myself a little flathead screwdriver. And we'll just go ahead and first pop this part open. Just hold it open. Pop, pop, pop. There we are. We are in. Okay, yeah. So right off the bat, I see a nicely broken tooth. So what? We'll get a nice close up of focus. That one right there. You can see where it's broke. So I'll go ahead and just. I didn't like that. So no broken teeth on this rack. That's good. There's your spring. No little cap. So let's go take this gear off. This gear looks fine. Oh yeah, there's another shift one. Yeah, I can see another broken gear down there. Right on that one. That's unfortunate. Looks like they still spin. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Yep. That's a lot of broken teeth, my guy. So, well, there you go. Don't do what I did. I think we'll just leave it at that.